The value of top decking Pesky Specter with this is so good. It's instant like big man damage. Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Up channel again with another deck. It's a deck that people have been kind of wanting, so let's do it. It is a Pesky Specter deck. Take it in a different way to what people will expect, but let me explain on the way. So this is the Specter Collector deck. The deck is called Specter Collector, and the reason for this is obviously, number one, it sounded good in my head, but number two, the main reason for this being a thing is that obviously you're using Pesky Specter with Prankster and Neverglade Collector, hence Specter Collector. Right, this deck runs really crazily. Allow me to explain it. So I have actually got this with P&Z. The only P&Z card in it is Progress Day for draw. I will actually explain bit by bit. So a lot of people have been saying, oh, why don't you run Pesky Specter with counterfeit copies or with the parade guy, with the parade thing. The reason why you don't want to do that, the reason why you don't want to do that is because you're doing what you're trying to do to your opponent to yourself. A 1/1 ephemeral is not exactly the best thing. Okay, it's zero cost, but at the same point you're going to be putting those into your hand, and if you haven't already drawn your collector, if you haven't already drawn your prankster, these things, there is ways of finding uses, which I will go into in this deck, but the thing of it is you want to be drawing into those uses. So what you want to be doing is not having to like create the problem you're creating for your opponent for yourself. Now admittedly you could say we'll put this in with Hecarim. Hecarim obviously once he levels up is going to be like, you know, an amazing thing because he's making the ephemeral be a lot more. The only reason which this deck actually is championless, this does not actually run Hecarim at all. The reasons for it being is Hecarim is really targetable. Like every single deck runs counter, right? Every single deck runs immediate removal for the big man, and so I decided to take this in a different route. I will explain bit by bit. This is not the definitive deck. There's definitely changes that can be made along the way, and I will go through some of the things which nearly made it into the deck, but I decided not to put into, and why. So let's quick go into this. This is actually a very deep analysis. I do apologize. Right. Our plan here is Pesky Specter with Fading Memories. It's a zero cost move, right? So throwing that out, making a copy of it to put out again. If you've got that move has cost you nothing. You could then put a Ravenous Butcher on top of that Pesky Specter if you wanted to. But we'll go through all the different options that are available to you. Basically, this on top of this, I'm not saying that you're always using Fading Memories on top of Pesky Specter. That's just the idea, but it doesn't always have to be used on top of Pesky Specter. So going through a few other things, obviously Ravenous Butcher, all these are so many zero costs now in Shadow Isles, by the way. Bar based obviously when something dies, because obviously these ephemerals and whatnot, as well as the fact that obviously you can use Butcher on top of Curse Keeper. You've got Gudget Glimpse as well that you can use just to get yourself some draw. Haunted Relic. Now as I said, like because we're running a Prankster deck with Neverglade Collector, anything that we can make ourselves which is going to be killing itself anyway, is amazing, because we can use this as blockers or we can use this as just going forward in attack. But their main purpose is as activators of different things. So yet again, you could throw Butcher on top of this. You could throw the crocodileus on top of this. The ancient crocodilif on top of this, so that you're basically like getting a 7/7 out on top of those, which are on top of these, as well as the fact that I said if Prankster's on the board or Neverglade Collector doing damage into your enemy's core. If you've thrown this out, Vile Feast is just my defensive move against things like, because there's a lot of like Teemo and Zoe going around at this moment in time, so that's kind of your counter to there. But you are also going to be trying to force your opponent to have to defend because of the amount of damage it's going to be coming in from the collectors and from the pranksters. Overgrown is just the amazing thing. Once you've got these on the board, or at least one of them on the board, boom, throw out Haunted Relic with one of these on the board, all of those die and you just get loads of snap vines. You do Vile Feast, a move to drain from them, you then get a snap vine that's working off of there. Because so many things are dying, we're actually also running this just because it's an unexpected 10 cost. So which it rather such an unexpected 10 cost of then which 10 cost, about 8 cost of, because we've got so much damage going in, or so many things dying, you're going to be activating him because you've got so many things dying. The actual chance of activating fresh offerings is also there. And obviously, fresh offerings is free costs, but it does give you a 6/6 with fearsome, and potentially you can get that very quickly. All that is one haunted relic, and boom, you can get this on the field. So obviously, like you have to at least have 5 mana, but really early in the game you can have 5 mana, right? You can have 5 mana on turn 3. So there's a few different options like that, and it says obviously that all this deck is built around just killing your own stuff, but for valuable things or things that are going to be doing damage into your opponent. And so that's why this idea of using the Pesky Specter, in that you're then getting value off of him, off of other things, as well as the fact that you are diluting your opponent's deck. And then it doesn't matter what if they put more of these in your deck, because you've got the draw and things, you're not going to be getting too many of them in your deck. The point is, you don't want to be shuffling too many of these into your own deck, because as I said, you are just creating the same problem that you're trying to create for your opponent, in that you're going to be drawing into these, and on their own they're not the best thing. But once you've got a lot going, so once you've got like a things going, you don't mind getting more of those out, because once you've got Prankster out, once you've got Collector out, then you're capitalizing on the situation that's going on here. So Stalking Shadows as well, just to get a little bit of draw, and which it there as well. So things that nearly made the list but didn't make the list, I honestly considered what's his face? I will come. Black Spear. That's the words. Black Spear. Where are you? Because so many things are dying. I honestly considered this. I chose Vile over the top of it because we're running Snap Vine, so that's why it creates a minion and that. But yeah, so technically there is definitely a call for putting this in the deck. As it Progress Day is the only a PNZ card, but obviously there is the guy who makes the casts. I did yet again consider putting him in, but then there's too much stuff that I consider there's been too much stuff that I'm trying to make here. But there is definitely room for maneuver. Potentially getting rid of fresh offerings and putting this guy in is a potential. I decided to go down the fresh offerings route, but yeah, there is more things that you could definitely go with. Potentially more draw. I did also consider, during all of this, I did actually consider Bilgewater, because I was thinking, well, Bilgewater, if I have a lot of low costy stuff, especially these 0 cost things and that, then why don't I run Pick a Card? Because Pick a Card will mean that I'm going to be getting into that. Potentially also leaves way to maybe putting Twisted Fate in this deck. But I decided yet again to go against that route and go down this, because I ended up putting so many Shadow Isles cards. I was just like, I kind of want to stay this, but I don't mind the extra draw that Progress Day would give me. So potentially I said you could put in a shell of Bilgewater with Pick a Card. The only problem is obviously your late game stuff could get taken away from you if you're not careful. Another consideration was if you put in loads and loads of Spectres into your opponent's deck and they put them back into your deck, the ability of maybe using PNZ's give it all. So if you get something big on the board, you get one of your crocodiles on the board, and then loads of Pesky Specters, you just throw them out and then give it all, just to give them such amazing attack and whatnot. That was also another consideration. Admittedly, it would mean you're giving your crocodile ephemeral is going to be the problem with that, but there was considerations. I considered a lot of different things, but this is the deck that I've decided to go with. But please let me know what you think. So it can burn down your opponent as well as giving them an inconvenience of draw. I haven't actually tested this deck yet, so we shall see how this deck does in test. I definitely feel like there is room for maneuver, okay? This is just my initial concept of going into this, but there is definitely room for the maneuver. So if there's anything you want, any comments and whatnot, please leave them down below. If there's any changes you'd make, leave them down below. Remember, shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. You can catch me on live on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. This Thursday is the last giveaway of a set of Twisted Fate cards because I've been giving them away all month for the month of Christmas. So if you want to get involved, that's going to be the last giveaway of that. But there will be other giveaways in the future. Just might not be for like a month or two. But thank you for everyone who supported me, by the way. The fact that we've actually smashed my goals, my end of year goals, we're 1,000 followers on Twitch, 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We've hit both of them, so thank you so much. If you're not already supporting and like, you know, consider subscribing, please do, but do not feel forced. I don't like anyone feeling forced. Only subscribe if you're going to enjoy the content, right, at the end of the day. There is also the Discord link down below if you want to join the Discord. But thank you, because we're building a lovely community. I'm loving the community that's being built around the show. We are working together to build crazy, stupid decks, and that is an amazing thing. That's been the dream. That's been the dream since starting Legends of Runeterra content. So honestly, thank you all so much. Anyway, let's see how this deck does in a couple of matchups. Teemo Viktor, with Shadow Isles. Okay. It's not going to be like the Shadow Isles deck that I've made, where you make like loads of copies of Viktor, is it? I have actually got a spooky Viktor deck. This isn't gonna be. I'm not playing against that, am I? Playing against that is not fun. The reason why I kept holding Relic is just in case we get like the Crocodile, or even watch it. Pesky Specter also works, but I want to be getting more value than off of that. Okay, I need to top deck Vile Feast. Top deck Vile. I do not. The other cards do not believe in me. Right. Curse Keeper at least goes out here. We could throw breaks out. Bearing in mind that we are playing against a PNZ deck. PNZ have got so much target that we might have problems with our collectors and our oh, there we go. There's a Pesky Specter. Which, to be fair, we could actually play you. I mean, the thing of it is, does this count as a created card? Is this actually helping Viktor? So here's what we do. We throw you out. We then throw Fading Memories on top of you. And then we go forward. It's definitely stupid, but it's also hilarious. So let's do this. This is what the whole purpose of the deck is. If we can start diluting his draw, I'll be so happy. Oh! That's not who I needed to see. That's not who I needed to see. Okay. Fair enough then. I mean, he doesn't know that we're coming back at him with more Pesky Specter. Pesky Specter on top of Pesky Specter. And then we just attack forward. Now we attack forward with everything we got. So this is gonna end up being very, very silly, but at the same time hilarious, and I love it. There we go. Have some Pesky Specters, put them in the deck. Go on, shuffle them in. I think that's actually going to help for Viktor, right? Because they are technically going to be created cards. So I might be screwing myself, but also, oh crap. There we go. At least I mean, any mushrooms that can hit me now before he levels up, I will take. We throw this out first, but the idea now is we're going to do Glimpse on top of Keeper so that he becomes a 3/3. That's going to be the plan anyway. So we go hoop. So this guy should be dying, making him a 3/3. Oh, coward! Did he just like? Why doesn't he want to see where this goes? Doesn't he want to go down the rabbit hole and see where this is gonna go? Oh my god! Like Viktor Vi, very powerful combination, because with gems and with gems on top of Vi is already powerful, but gems is also helping Viktor. I suppose that those gems become 0 cost. So I'm not gonna lie, scary deck. I'm gonna keep my Crocodile. I'm gonna get rid of Fresh Offerings for now, but I'm gonna keep the Crocodile. Okay, so at least I've got, I mean, 100% great turn 1 followed by great turn 2. I need to hope that on turn 3 I can find some Haunted Relic, so that the turn 4 Haunted Relic into that, or even if we find a Pesky, which okay, Prankster.
Once I stamp papers, now faces.
Okay, so throw you out. He gets a very nice attack forward. Understandable. I feel like we wait the turn because we might as well get that additional point of damage in on our opponent right now. Might as well get the additional point of damage in with Ravenous Butcher on top of this. There's no reason not to. An assembly bot as well! Well played, Yugi. I mean, admittedly, you're in a little bit of trouble here, Yugi, but still. I feel like he just concedes, right? He knows that the damage is coming for him, right? I I mean, if he doesn't, if he's not scared, he should be. So we just throw all these forward. He can defend against this one, which is absolutely fine. We don't mind that happening. He's taking 10 damage. He's taking a lot for this. He's taking a lot. Come on, we can do this. Can't believe in the heart of this deck, people. I need to get my pesky. I want to get my Pesky Specter out now that I've got this, because I mean I've got a Glimpse from Beyond, or I've got the Crocolith. So either way, we can work from this. Don't worry, we got this. Come on, haunted relic working with you. Okay, I passed the turn. I pass my turn. Hopefully, depends on what he does. But the most likely option is, I pass my turn. Does he throw Viktor out here? Does he throw Viktor? It's up to him. Obviously, like, if he throws Viktor out, he doesn't defend. He doesn't. Ooh. Whoo. Whoo. Okay. It's a bold move there. That's a bold move. I mean, obviously it's an improvement on my one, because at least that one can do damage. But at the same point, like, I feel like my deck is more suited to it. I haven't actually given him any pranksters. That's right, I haven't even given him any, Ooh, right, no. The plan here is you into the crocodile, man. That is the plan. That is the solid plan that just goes hoop, hoop. Death going into his core. Big 7/7 hitting the field. Tack forward. What are you going to do? That one doesn't heal you. That's not a Neverglade Collector, my friend. That's not a Neverglade Collector. That's just going to do some damage. But my damage is far superior to your damage right now. Too bad there wasn't any Pesky Specter here. Because Pesky Specter would be amazing. But at the same point, this is working out. This is working out very nicely. Go forward and then attack his life points directly. I attack his life points directly. Because, I mean, he has to defend here. He has to defend here. Because, like, that and that is already... Oh, so he survives on 2. He survives on 2. So close. It's so close. It's nail-biting stuff here. Nail-biting stuff. All we've got to do is throw the other prankster out and Glimpse, and this is pretty much GG. Okay, what's the plan? Ooh! I mean, you can keep your prankster alive as long as you want, my friend. I don't like your prankster's less of my concern. I mean, technically, I could have used Glimpse then on top of that, but I decided not to use Glimpse because I mean, I said next turn prankster and then Glimpse is pretty much GG. So. He can throw his little ignition into my thing, but he's got a lot of damage coming his way. Potentially Vi. Potentially he throws down Vi. But if he throws down Vi, so we throw down... Actually, no, it doesn't, even if he throws down Vi, because I was thinking he tries to grab this, right? But the second he does... As long as... I mean, it could just be instant damage, right? So he could do an instant damage spell going into her, which, as I said, is... not... Which that's the worst case scenario, is that he gets an instant damage spell. But by doing so... he's not going to be doing many other plays that turn. I mean, even fading memories. So I can actually even fading memories on top of my prankster to get 2 on the board and use. That's fine. You can do that because I just go whoop, whoop, and I think you'll find that is GG. Boom! I'm a little bit upset. There was no prankster. Was the prankster? Nah, no prankster. I was gonna say, is the prankster at least give me 1 or 2 cards? He gets the Vi. I mean, on the plus side, he got the Vi level up. Really good combination though. Vi and Viktor is a really good combination. I can't wait to explore it myself. Okay, so Lucian and Jinx. This is gonna be interesting. Is it so that he can? I'm trying to think because obviously they both got that ability where their turns now can activate, or their things can now activate on their turn. Which is interesting, like, you know what I mean? Like, basically, so if you clear your hand, can you get the rocket, or Lucian can rally. So they've both got, like, a similar kind of buff. I'm just curious to see how this is going to go down. So, technically, we could actually immediately make this be free attack. Whether or not I want to combo you with this at some point, I mean, I feel like we just go like we need to overwhelm this. We need to overwhelm our opponent immediately, right? Actually, it wasn't my attack turn, so that's my bad as well. Honestly, for some reason, thought it was my attack turn, which was my mistake. Okay, so fresh offerings. Fresh Offering's looking quite nice as well. Like, there's so many things that work with you, but it's like, I kind of want to put you out right now so that... Because if I throw you first, that obviously goes up to free attack, and that's quite an annoyance for him.
Push back the darkness.
So throwing the Pesky Specter out, and then just attacking forward, whoop, like this. So we're making that do 3 damage in. I mean, it trades that away. I mean, obviously it worked, like this is helping Lucian. The second he throws Senna down, we might be in we might have troubles. But until Senna drops, this is okay. I could actually use the crocodile on top of both of these, and I don't mind that. Oh. Can't use it this turn, but obviously I can in the future. Throw Prankster out. Throw Prankster out. Because at least then I can just defend myself. Obviously, now that he's got both of these out, it is a problem. It is a problem. But do we leave it? We take. I'm gonna take the damage for the purpose of having this on the board so that I can use the crocodile this turn. I feel like it's going to be legitimately necessary for me to do that. Just because a 7/7 just poses so many problems for our opponent. Potentially, obviously, he just levels Lucian here because he makes sure that he defends with Senna. So, obviously, Lucian levels, which is problematic.
Alright, let's miss some
Oh, do we... Because he just attacks there. I mean, if he would... So... We want to do it this way around, because if he defends here first and then Senna goes into this one, but if Senna goes into this one, I mean, admittedly either way, but it just means that this gets more health is what I'm thinking here. Actually, that doesn't either way. I mean, yeah, actually no, if that dies first, then Senna dies, he doesn't get to rally this turn. So
not so fast.
Okay, he decides to do it that way. Fair enough. It means this guy takes less damage because obviously it means that Senna would have done 1 point of extra damage. That's what I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make. Okay. So he does rally. He does rally. The problem is, I just needed I needed 1 extra point of health, didn't I? Really? I needed 1 extra point of health. The problem is he now just goes into an immediate attack forward next turn, and that is just unbelievably scary. We probably fucked up. We probably should have just left it. We had a prankster on the board. We could have bided our time, right? We could have bided our time a little bit more efficiently. So, I mean, we have to defend there. Feel like we could Faded Memories on top of her, but there's other things I want Faded Memories on rather than that. He potentially has I was gonna say he has a way of killing things himself, but he doesn't really, does he? He's not playing the Shadow Owls version, is my point. Okay, right, so go whoop. This is definitely scary. This has become scary. Collector as a possibility. Just to give myself some more health back, more than anything else. I need to be top decking into like something. I mean, obviously we could have gone with the what's his face one. He potentially just rallies, right? Potentially just rallies. Relentless Pursuit. Maybe. Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? He's trying to find it. He's trying to find it. He's trying to find it. Oof! That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage to take. Pesky Specter's out. Okay, right, now, so throw you out. The question is, do we wait? Do we wait 1 more turn? Do we wait 1 more turn?
My shield is yours.
Do we wait 1 more turn to at least make it so that we can throw you out? I'm gonna Fade in Memories on top. I was thinking like, because my mind is also thinking, my main problem here is the damage which is going to be coming in from there, which I basically, I mean, to be fair, yep, he's going to rally. He's going to rally. He's going for a rally. He's going to make sure that he can rally. Which, to be fair, actually, it's scary, but I can defend myself. And this actually, he probably should have waited. He should have done that in a later move. He should have done that in a later move, in my opinion, rather than doing that right now. Because that allowed me to defend myself there, and then this turn I can defend myself there. Admittedly, like, you know, it immediately goes forward and go whoop. So we can still keep ourselves somewhat alive. He has to kill it. He has to kill himself again, which is not easy. See, it's the fact it's ephemeral is what my problem is. Do we just throw this out now and then just hope that we get a bunch of really cheap stuff? I'm not gonna lie, like it's gonna be the only plan now, isn't it? It's gonna be the only plan. It's gonna hope. Okay, let's just get all the cheap. Oh, I mean, it's a bold man. That's a bold decision. The man who decides to do this. I want to see what you got rid of. So you got rid of another landmark. Okay, come on, give me some stuff. Give me some draw or something. That's not draw or something. Okay, so at least watch it. So at least by throwing you out, I can actually get significant things on the board. Actually, this is going to pave the way. This is actually going to pave the way to me. And this is, you know what? I'd resign myself to me losing this game, but you know what? We might actually have a chance of getting back in this. You know, we might actually have a chance of getting back in this. So if we throw this out, I'm not gonna lie, I do apologise. I think I went a little bit depression mode during the middle of this game. So I was like, oh, he's leveled Lucian, it's all done, it's all good. We might actually, like, out of nowhere, we might actually be able to bring this back because Foom, and then he's got to defend it. He's got to defend it. He can't just let this be. So let's go whoop. Admittedly, I would have preferred the 6-6. I would have preferred the 6-6, but I will take this. So we just attack forward. Only like, you know, one of them dies here. If he defends with Lucian, that is. Which I said, if he doesn't defend with Lucian, which he basically has to, right? Because this is actually the best turnaround ever. Best turnaround ever is what's just happened here. Best turnaround ever. I mean, obviously, we haven't won yet. We haven't won yet, but this has definitely been the best turnaround ever. This was actually unexpected. I mean, he's already dead anyway, so go and kill him. It doesn't, like, this is... We did not deserve this! I mean, okay, so he's slowly but surely killing all of my, these guys right now, but at least I can defend them, which at least I can defend with them. That's actually worked out really nicely. I'm not gonna lie, this has been a turnaround. What a turnaround this has been. Obviously, you don't know the craziness that the university is going to give him. Pesky Specter, giving him more Pesky Specters. Yes, yes. Pesky Specter. We can even just throw down this ephemeral one just because it means nothing anymore, right? Throwing down landmarks so you can decide where things go. So we're putting more Peskies in his deck. We'll throw you out as well. I need draw. Draw is what I'm looking for now. If I can find what's it called? Progress Day. Progress Day would be amazing right now. Progress Day is what I need. Man's building his board of landmarks. Man's building his board of landmarks, but will it help him in the end? Hopefully not. Oh, map! Ah! Oh, out of everything he finds map! What is this? Okay, GG. It's because there was the randomness of the landmark. It found map for him. As if. Hold the cards, Yugi. Okay, so we're working with Reforge and Scout. So Reforge and Scout. I would normally expect to see her with some form of rally, because obviously I'm gonna keep fading memories. I'd normally expect to see her with some form of rally, because obviously once she rallies, then she gets to Reforge again. Yes. We just let this. Actually, no. I mean, either way, he's gonna do. I mean, he can't grab, right? He was gonna do that attack anyway. So yeah, so we throw you out. Throw you out. He wouldn't. I said he wouldn't be able to grab. Okay. So throw you out. And would you throw Pesky Specter out, attack first, then that means that the Bark Beast at least goes up in damage. Whew, that is an annoyance, because that now means that he can kill this. Do we just attack forward with both of these as they are? Because I mean, he's gonna die anyway. He most likely trades off there, keeping the. I mean, actually no, it's probably not it's not the best plan. Okay, I'm gonna throw Pesky Specter out, and I'm actually gonna make a copy of Pesky Specter. Gonna throw Pesky Specter out, make a copy of Pesky Specter. I'm not actually going to throw the second copy out because I've got a Prankster. So I want to just make sure that I can at least hit in there. That goes up to 3 damage. He potentially just throws this in front of here, which does make a lot of sense. But it does at least mean I'm trading off with 3 damage, so I don't mind that. Okay, or he just lets that live. Either way, I'll take that. Because I was resigned to this dying. So, because I honestly thought he was going to put the rune reaver in front, but I'll take that because it means he did not realise. I don't think he realised how that worked. Hey, he did not realise how that worked. That was actually a really nice quick victory, wasn't it? That was just okay. Fine, I fucked up. There we go. Concede. Didn't even want to see where the game went. Okay, so. Sun with, I mean, there is stun synergy, obviously. Like, obviously, normally you see Yasuo going with Fear Machine, and I'm surprised if there is the stun synergy. Why is he not running Swain as well with Leviathan? But because Swain gives you multiple what's his faces, doesn't he? He gives you multiple Ravenous Flocks. So it's okay. I mean, we've got a fantastic open attack here because we just go whoop. He might throw the sun guy out. He might throw the sun, the always sunny man. Oh, not the always sunny, but he might throw like the big muscle free man out. He might throw the big muscly free man out because obviously technically we can instantly get Bark Beast up to 3. Okay, he doesn't. So we throw Pesky Specter. Oh, he got rid of Guillotine for that. Guillotine's a really powerful move. We throw Pesky Specter. I go whoop. So the Pesky Specter, the value of top decking Pesky Specter with this is so good. It's instant like big man damage. This is the new Butcher. What you call it?
Can I paint you?
This is the new Butcher. What's his face? The new Butcher. Why's my mind going? Keeper, Curse Keeper. That's the words. I do apologise for the ramble, the crazy rambling. I've only woken up. I've only just woken up. It's hard to remember all the things that's going on. Pass the turn so that we can. Pass the turn just so that we can throw out Prankster. Prankster into the. I mean, actually, the thing of it is that I don't really want a Haunted Relic right now. There's so many things that work off of Haunted Relic, like in terms of like a Crocodile, why's my mind so terrible when it comes to remembering what the hell was in my deck? There's so many things it works with that I'm not going to use it. I mean, you've kind of got to, haven't you? You've kind of got to. We just want to dilute his deck. We just want to dilute his deck, like, you know, to a really funny degree. So, throw you out. We could have technically done this on our defensive turn as well. We could have done this on our defensive turn, but we just want to do this because we're forcing that damage in. Forcing the damage in. As well as that they were massively diluting our opponent's deck with these Pesky Specters. It's all coming together. So that is, so he's got 6 Pesky Specters in his deck. He's got 6 Pesky Specters in that deck right now. Maybe we pass the turn because we want to have full spell. We want to have the mana. So a big part of me is like, do I just take this damage? Do I take this damage? I could throw these out, and admittedly we do get value off of the Prankster, but I'd rather get the double value off of Collector and this. So I'm actually just gonna take the damage. Take the damage. It's absolutely fine. Because he could potentially, he's running, bear in mind, he's got stun synergy and he's running Noxus. He most likely has Ravenous Flock. The betting is that he has Ravenous Flock. Why he didn't use it on top of Bark Beast, I mean, maybe he doesn't have it in his hand. But the most likely situation is that he does have it. Okay, so whoop, whoop, whoop. We now attack fourth with all of them. Whoop. Because that's 6 damage immediately in our opponent's core. That's 6 damage immediately in our opponent's core just from these two on the back line. So, whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, we need. See, the thing is now we need our pesky specters, or we need more of that. I mean, admittedly, if I can get you on the board, that it might be hilarious. So he's now got the ability to stun. He's now got the ability to stun all over the place. My problem is that I don't actually have the resources right now to be able to massively defend myself. So he's doing that. So the stun happens here. So if he's going to be stunned anyway, I don't mind forcing the stun onto a collector, because collector technically I don't want to be using him to defend the situation. So I'd rather kill this, get the damage, get the draw, let you be stunned, so
The sun's splendor revealed.
So we can make a copy. We can make an ephemeral copy of, say, the cheapest one, because we just want to defend. Actually, technically, we could make a copy of the doggo, just because of the fact that obviously we want to get a little bit extra draw. We want to be trying to find more answers to the current problems that we're in. Because technically that works, that works to help us. It's another thing that we can throw out right now that does help us. And admittedly, if we force him to die first, then this goes up to a 3-3 again. So anything that we can do, because admittedly he could just go for an attack. He could go for an attack. Okay, so he's going with stuns. So he's stunning on top of our dog, which is a shame. So we could get the draw. We could get the draw yet again off of the dog. Just because, you know, you never know what you're going to top deck. Maybe our last Pesky Specter. Maybe but it's also forcing damage into our opponent on that. Ooh, I mean, so close, but yet so far. Throw you out. So we can at least defend ourselves like a reasonably okay here. So obviously we'd go down insane. So we can survive on 1 health. He can't use Power Cascade. The only thing that punishes here is Fervor. Potentially Fervor or Decimate. Fervor or Decimate is the only thing that punishes us. I mean, technically, we could make sure that we take less damage than that, so we could make sure that we survive on 6. Actually, oh, he dies to this. Actually, no, we do this plan. He dies to this one. We go there. That makes 100% sense. He got Power. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, even I didn't realise. I mean, that works. I'll take that victory. That's that's genius. Yes, I'm not gonna. That took me a lot longer to work out than what it should have done. So that is the Spectre Collector deck. As you can see, actually really powerful deck. Once it gets seriously, once those things are on the board and doing damage, there's so many things and there's so many big things that you can create. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't work all the time. There was times where there was a bad draw and so it didn't go well. So I feel like this deck needs a little bit more work and changes. So I do think maybe Black Spear, because Black Spear is a really good removal tool, but as you can see, this actually can work in so many different ways. And the idea of Pesky, Pesky Specter is amazing. Diluting that pull down and making sure that you're still in a good place and it's working for you rather than against you is amazing. But let me know what you think down in the comment section down below, because I said the whole purpose of this channel is we work together. I come up with concepts and build a rough concept around it, and then we work together to home and perfect and polish and make it great. So please let me know what you think. If there's any changes you make, let me know. If you run this deck, let me know how it goes for you. As I said, there is a few changes that I did say during the deck thing, deck creation, the deck bit at the beginning of this, where I said oh, maybe you can put this in, maybe you can put that in. So there is options to get again with this deck, but it's really nice when it works. I just want to say, bear in mind, remember, you can catch me on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So you want to come catch this action live, this crazy stuff, as well as the fact that there is obviously the Discord down below if you want to get in there at any time. We have a games night and a movie night, so it's all good times. And as well, on that, it's I don't know where I'm going here. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed your time. I hope that this deck works for you, or if you make any changes, just let me know, because I really love the idea of this card. So anyway, until next time, bye. flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.